Tonight, on March 31st, 2026, all eyes will be on Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. This is where the United States men's national soccer team will face off against Portugal in a massive international friendly. This is not just another game. This is the final match of the March window for the USMNT, and it represents a crucial opportunity for the team to make a statement. After a tough loss just a few days ago, the pressure is on. This is a chance for redemption, and a moment for head coach Mauricio Pochettino to test his players against a top-tier European opponent. The crowd in Atlanta will be electric, and they will want to see their team compete. This game is more than a simple tune-up. It's a barometer. It's a test to see where this American team really stands on the world stage. We are building towards something big, and these are the types of challenges you must face to grow. Portugal, even without some of their biggest names, is a powerhouse. They have technical skill and tactical intelligence that will push the USMNT to its limits. For the players on the field, this is a chance to prove they belong. For the coaching staff, it's a vital data point as they build their roster and strategy for the future. Every pass, every tackle, and every decision will be scrutinized. Playing in front of a home crowd provides a significant advantage, but it also brings its own set of expectations. The fans in Atlanta are loud, passionate, and knowledgeable. They will demand effort and heart from the first whistle to the last. This friendly carries the weight of a competitive fixture because the narrative surrounding this USMNT squad is still being written. A strong performance can build momentum and confidence. A poor one can raise more questions and doubts. This is the stage where heroes can be made, and where the team's character will be truly revealed under the bright lights of a modern American soccer fortress. The context of this match is everything. It's the end of a long camp, where players have worked on new systems and ideas. Now, they must execute those ideas against an opponent that will punish any mistake. This isn't about the final score as much as it is about the performance. Are we organized? Are we brave on the ball? Can we control parts of the game against an elite side? These are the questions that Pochettino and the fans will be asking. This friendly against Portugal is a final exam for the March window, and the USMNT needs to show they've done their homework. The USMNT comes into this match looking to wash away the bitter taste of a 5-2 defeat to Belgium. That game, also played in Atlanta, started with promise. An early goal from Weston McKennie gave the team and the fans a jolt of excitement, but then, reality hit hard. The American defense crumbled, conceding 4 goals in a disastrous 23-minute span. The loss exposed some serious cracks in the foundation of this team. It was a brutal reminder that against the best in the world, small mistakes lead to big consequences. The defensive structure simply wasn't good enough, and the midfield struggled to protect the backline. The main takeaway from the Belgium game was the urgent need for defensive stability. Without the injured Chris Richards, the central defense pairing of Tim Ream and Mark McKenzie was overwhelmed. Top-tier attackers found too much space, and the team looked disconnected when trying to defend its own box. Goalkeeper Matt Turner had a busy night, and while his performance was described as fine, the sheer number of goals conceded puts the entire defensive unit under the microscope. Coach Pochettino has a massive task ahead of him to fix these issues in just a few days. It's about organization, communication, and individual accountability. Portugal, on the other hand, is coming off a very different kind of result. They played to a scoreless draw against Mexico in a match they largely dominated. The statistics tell the story. Portugal held close to 67% of the possession and created enough chances to win, but they just couldn't find the back of the net. They managed only 2 shots on target, despite their control of the game. This shows that while they are incredibly skilled at keeping the ball and building up play, their finishing can sometimes let them down. They are a potent team, but they are not invincible, especially when they are missing some of their biggest stars. The contrast between these two recent games sets up a fascinating dynamic for tonight's match. The United States is desperate to prove they can defend as a team and be much harder to break down. Portugal will be eager to prove they can turn their dominance into actual goals. It's a classic clash of a team needing to find its defensive grit against a team needing to find its clinical edge. Portugal will be without global superstars like Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Leao, and Bernardo Silva, which levels the playing field a bit. But make no mistake, their squad is still filled with elite talent ready to pounce on any American weakness. For the USMNT, the biggest question is what formation Mauricio Pochettino will use to solve his defensive problems. The return of Chris Richards from injury is a huge boost. He is expected to step right back into the starting lineup and provide some much-needed composure and athleticism to the back line. Many believe Pochettino will revert to a 3 center-back system, possibly a 3-4-3 formation. This is a look that brought the team success in a 5-1 win over Uruguay last November. It would allow players like Timothy Weah to play in a more natural wingback role, where his speed can be used both offensively and defensively. In a 3-4-3 setup, we could see Matt Freese get the starting goal, with Richards anchoring a back 3 alongside Austin Trusty and Alex Freeman. The midfield would be key, with Tanner Tessman and Johnny Cardoso potentially pairing up in the center to provide a solid shield. Antonee Robinson would likely take up the left wingback spot. Up top, Christian Pulisic is a lock to start, and we might see Brendan Aronson come in to provide energy and pressing. Ricardo Pepi could get the nod at center forward, offering a different profile than Folarin Balogun. This formation prioritizes defensive cover while still offering a threat in transition. Alternatively, Pochettino could stick with a more traditional 4-man backline, like a 4-2-3-1. In this system, Richards would likely partner with Trusty in the middle, with Joe Scally and Antonee Robinson as the fullbacks. This would allow for an extra attacker on the field, possibly bringing Gio Reyna into the number 10 role to pull the strings behind the striker. Weston McKennie could partner with Tessman in a double pivot. The front 4 could then be Weah on the right, Pulisic on the left, Reyna in the middle, and Balogun leading the line. This approach is more aggressive but might leave the defense exposed if the midfield can't control the game. Portugal, even without its megastars, brings a lineup full of quality. The player the United States absolutely must contain is Bruno Fernandes. The Manchester United captain will be the heart of everything Portugal does, controlling the tempo from midfield and looking to play killer passes to his forwards. The United States midfield, no matter who starts, will have its hands full trying to limit his influence. We can also expect to see other top players like Diogo Dalot and Nuno Mendes marauding forward from the fullback positions, while attackers like João Felix or Pedro Neto will provide a constant threat with their movement and skill. The main challenge for the United States is crystal-clear defensive solidity. Can they function as a cohesive unit and prevent a talented Portuguese attack from finding the same gaping holes that Belgium exploited? The battle in midfield will be paramount. The American central midfielders, whether it's Tessman, Cardoso, or McKennie, must disrupt Bruno Fernandes. They cannot allow him the time and space to dictate the game. If Fernandes is allowed to run the show, it will be a very long night for the United States defense. This tactical showdown in the center of the park may very well decide the outcome of the entire match. For Portugal, the primary challenge is turning possession into goals. They proved against Mexico that they can control a game, but control doesn't put points on the board. They need to be more decisive and clinical in the final third. The United States, likely playing a more compact and defensive shape, will try to frustrate them. Portugal's attackers, like Pedro Neto and João Felix, will need to be sharp with their movement and ruthless with their finishing. They will face a United States team desperate to prove its defensive toughness, and breaking down that determined block will be their main puzzle to solve throughout the 90 minutes. Fans should keep a close watch on how the USMNT builds out from the back under pressure. Will they be brave and try to play through a bunta? Press, or will they opt for a more direct approach? The performance of the American wingbacks will also be critical. Can Weah and Robinson provide width in attack while still tracking back to support the defense? Another key area to watch is set pieces. In a tight game against a superior technical team, scoring from a corner or a free kick could be the great equalizer for the United States. These are the moments where games can be won or lost. Ultimately, this match is a massive learning opportunity. A win would be a huge confidence booster, but the performance is what truly matters. We are looking for progress. We want to see a team that is organized, disciplined, and fights for every ball. We want to see a clear tactical plan from Pochettino and players who are capable of executing it. This game against Portugal is a tough test, but it's exactly the kind of test this USMNT needs. It's a chance to show the world, and themselves, that the lessons from the Belgium loss have been learned and that they are ready to take the next step forward.